Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about 10 things to try when you're in over your head. Our idiom, our expression today, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, supersize your business, is in over one's head or in over your head. This idiom's been around since the 1600s. It literally means to be in water that's too deep. Literally in water over your head. That's where it came from in English, and it showed up in the 1600s. It means, and then the meaning now, of course, is when you're trying to do something that is too hard for you. It's above your pay grade. It's above your skill level. It's above your experience. You're in too deep. You're in over your head. I think we did in too deep not too long ago, which probably comes from swimming as well and water as well. Everything seems to be bringing up my failures at early swimming lessons years and years ago. Sometimes we get in too deep and it feels like we are not able to swim, unprepared, and we're thrown into the deep end, and we have to tread water or float or figure something out in order to survive. There's tips and there's strategies and there's ways of doing that. We're going to talk about 10 of them today. Number one, take a deep breath. One of the things my dad taught my sisters and I when we were little girls is if we were upset about something, take a deep breath and count to 5. I think he told us to count to 5, but I always counted to at least 10 because I tended to get a little more upset than my sisters did about things. So what's one tip we can do is just pause, take a deep breath, realize that no matter what, we always figure things out. If you're in business for yourself, and if you're listening to me, you probably are, and you started that business or bought a business or however you got in business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes things happen, like COVID-19, for example, and we are challenged in ways that we never even dreamt possible, but we figure it out. We find ways to keep moving forward, keep surviving, and moving on and creating the life that we want. That's why we have our own businesses. So what is another thing we can do? Number 2, we can admit that we took on too much and ask for help. Now, some of us are better at asking for help than others, and some of us, as we get older, get better at asking for help. But sometimes we have to just say, okay, this job is 10 times bigger than I thought it was going to be. How are we going to break it down? How can I figure it out? Who can help me with different parts and segments of this so that we can accomplish the thing that we're here to accomplish, so we can do the thing that we want to do, so we can create and supersize the business that we're here to create and make the world a better place, of course. Number 3, we have to prioritize what has to be done, what must be done, not everything on our 400 item to-do list, but what has to be done in what order. We now need to have some kind of a plan to figure out what has to be done to accomplish the thing that we're trying to accomplish. Sometimes we take on a job or we get a promotion to a job that's too big for us. I remember I had joined an industrial bakery as my last corporate job, and I came in as their quality director, and within 3 months I inherited the whole sanitation division, the whole sanitation department, which was huge and had, wasn't my area of expertise, totally different group of people, and we had challenges in that department that I never would have even anticipated. In one day, we had to let go 85% of our department for identification reasons. We had to let them all go and replace them and keep the company running. And in food, it's very important that you follow processes and procedures, and sanitation is right up there at the top of the list of critical functions when it comes to keeping our food safe. So that was a huge challenge. And I was definitely feeling in the beginning that I was in over my head. And of course, then I realized that everything in every department and every industry I'd been in before, I had pieces of knowledge that would help me to get through that, and ended up doing really, really well with that organization. So pace yourself, ask for help. I guess prioritize what's important. The 4 is to pace yourself. Pace yourself in terms of what you can and cannot get done. Don't go 100 miles an hour only to crash and burn into a wall. Number 5, make use of stress reducing technologies and strategies and techniques. Things like visualization, deep breathing. Deep breathing is one of the most relaxing things, and everyone can do it, right? We can all stop, pause, take a deep breath, count our breaths. There's all kinds of breathing technology out there now to reduce stress and help people out with things. massage, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi. I've never tried Tai Chi, but might have to hit my list. Aromatherapy, hydrotherapy, walks in nature. Going for a walk, getting outside and getting some fresh air is one of my personal favorite ways to just take a stress break, take a break from something. Number 6, we want to watch caffeine as I'm drinking my coffee every morning. Watch caffeine, energy drinks, alcohol and drugs. I think that goes without saying, but we have to watch what we're putting in our body in order to stimulate us to do more, because that will fry us and burn us out faster than almost anything. Number 7, enlist the help of others. Enlist a friend's help. Ask somebody maybe outside of the situation that could give you a slightly different perspective. Number 8, learn time management. Come up with some ways to structure and strategize and plan out, how to use your time and other resources, meaning other people's time that you have at your disposal to, make you feel like you're not in over your head. Number 9, know when it's time to stop. Know after, 18 hours that it's probably time to stop for the day and take at least a couple hour rest. But know when to stop for you. Know actually when to say, I choose not to participate in this. I choose not to do this. This is not working out for me or the organization or the thing I'm trying to do, and I am going to change my mind and back out of this. Sometimes the thing that we're trying to do, we are in over our head, and it's not important enough to us to want to figure it out, to want to actually do it. If we don't want to succeed at something, we're not going to succeed. And so we have to know for us when it's time to say, no, this isn't the right course of action. We need to make a course correction. We need to do something different. We're going after something that is global, and we're not going to do it because it's not exactly what we want to do with our organization. So you have to know when to stop. And then number 10, strive to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Now, I personally laugh at this one because I think when you're growing and supersizing your business, balance is up to each one of us to define, and balance, a lot of people that talk about work-life balance, are coming at it from a woo-woo, foo-foo perspective. They don't have their own business. They've never started or grown a business, and they're coaching and giving advice on something that they don't really understand. It's like your baby. When you're raising kids, you don't have work-life balance. When you have an infant at home, there's no work-life balance. That baby takes number one priority, and its needs become your number one priority. And you're not balanced in terms of your sleep, your nutrition, anything, because you have a higher priority, higher mission, higher thing to take care of and worry about and do. Same is true when we're building our businesses. Our businesses, for the vast majority of the business owners I talk to and work with, it's just like our baby. It's like raising our kids. And just like raising our kids, we go through different cycles of ups and downs with them. When they're infants, it's high demand, high hands-on, all hands on deck, focusing on making sure that infant survives and thrives to get to school. In school, there's school-age challenges and issues. Teenagers, I'm even going to go there. There's all kinds of different challenges and issues. And it's the same with our business. As our business is growing and developing, just like our children's lives and as our lives did, there's different things that we need to face up to and deal with. And sometimes we absolutely positively feel like we're in over our head. I know I felt like I was in over my head in different parenting situations as well as business situations. But the cool thing is, it's within us all. We have the ability to figure it out using these 10 tips and strategies. Any one of them can help give us a reprieve that will give us the confidence to know that we can do it. So I would love to know your experience with this particular idiom or expression, in over your head. Have you ever been in over your head, or have you always just been 100% on top of it? You've got this. Because if you have, I want to know what you're doing differently than what I have done in my career and in my life. That's our idiom, our expression for today. Go out and make it an absolutely awesome day. If you're in over your head, I invite you to try some of these tips and let me know how they worked out for you. I've used all of them throughout my life and career, with the exception of Tai Chi, of course. Never done Tai Chi. And I don't know that I've done hydrotherapy either. Is that swimming, water work? I don't know what that even is. So I guess I obviously haven't done that. Maybe it's when you do those float tanks or something. So go out, make it an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another change and challenge related idiom to go right along with the Get Up and Go challenge this month. Have an amazing day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.